Here's what you're going to notice, though, when you get outside. It's blowing sideways out here. Snow blowing right into one of your ears, so you want to make sure they're protected. And when you get down to this section of the Castle Pines Parkway, you're going to find about 2 to 3 inches of snow. As far as the driving goes, definitely slower than normal. Take a look at when the vehicles go under that bridge at Castle Pines Parkway. You can see how bright and shiny it gets when the headlights go through. That's an indication that it is dangerous and a bit icy, so you're going to want to take it slow. Without question, you will find a windshield full of winter today. In fact, here's some video now from photojournalist Pete Bird as he went from downtown to where we are now at Castle Pines Parkway. A lot slower, about 10 miles per hour slower than normal just to get here. It's going to take you longer to get around, and the slush pack that Jason talked about, definitely an issue. When it hits that windshield, you got to make sure you're ready. Make sure you got your ice scraper before you even head out the door. Coming back live now, as you see the vehicles heading southbound towards Castle Rock. The issues right now for CDOT are between Georgetown and Idaho Springs. Quite a few vehicles are stuck. And Jason, also a lot of trouble on 285 going west with even more snow than what we're seeing here. Yeah, because we have a lot of the elevation there, Tyler, that we're having to deal with. And so like where you are down in the higher parts of Douglas County, we're seeing a lot more of that snow and slush. I'm seeing less ice on the roads and more of the slush factor. Slush factor is extremely high. Just down the road from where Tyler is, it's I-25 Happy Canyon down to Castle Pines and down into Castle Rock. We've had a lot of slush and snow down there, including down here in parts of Highlands Ranch. You can see how much is stuck to the trees and across C-470, and that slush is so thick in places, it'll grab your wheels and make you want to go somewhere you don't want to go. The bridges, ramps, and overpasses are extremely slicked over, and that's going to be one of the slowest spots, I think, in the morning commute. This area as well as I-70 and 225, and you can see, as Tyler was saying, out to the west, we are having problems heading up to the hills. We do have chain laws both on 285 just west of 470 and here on I-70 all the way up to Idaho Springs. The north side of town's not nearly as bad. It's just basically wet at this point with a lot of splashback and also some slight slushy areas. You can see that at I-25 at 120th. One of the real tough areas is going to be on Highway 36 through that construction zone where you have very limited space through there and the snow because you're going to have the elevation and the west side of town. Lindsay Sablon's driving right now in Storm Tracker 7, checking out the conditions there along the turnpike.
And Jason, we are experiencing exactly what you just explained. Not only do we have the bumpy conditions, so pardon if the camera's bouncing up and down because we've got it mounted in the car, but you're talking about narrow roads here because of the construction, then like you said, very, very wet conditions. Here along 36 heading west towards Boulder, the snowfall very, very light. I'm not even sure if the camera can pick it up. And as far as that slush that Tyler and Jason were talking about, I'm not seeing that here on 36, but what I am seeing is a lot of wet roads, almost like a heavy rainfall. We were on I-25 from downtown Denver all the way up to about 58th before we went a little bit further north and hopped west on 36. And the roads, as we started to head north, were not near as bad as the downtown area. When I was driving into work this morning in the neighborhood roads, a lot of splashbacks. So just make sure you're taking your time out there on the roads. Live from Storm Tracker, Lindsay Sablon, 7 News.